But anyway, it's 20 degrees, feels like 5 out here, if that. Everybody's in their car trying to warm up. I see these lights are already a little weak. So let me warm up and let my daddy know. Hold on. We're going to experiment with this starting right here today together. Whew, everybody got off on time. There's like nobody in there. Hold on. Oh, thank goodness we started fine. We're good. We're good. Oh, the chair is ice cold. Okay. So for my vlog for now, we're just going to use the phone. It's okay. You'll be all right if you get another vlog. I'm going to just go ahead and post this one. Right after work. Let me just say I over-prepared, and I'm glad I over-prepared. Is it going to stay here? No, it's not going to stay here. We'll be fine. So, you can't see it in the video, but you can see me. I got to put on my window fogger. Hold on. Heat all the way on. Air all the way up. You can't see that. So anyway, my AirPods are in the bag. I need a second. I say so anyway a lot. It's fine. It's going to be another unedited one where we're just talking about the day. AirPods here. So my mic is not crazy overruled by the car. I can fully see my breath in here. Gosh. Okay. So for the walk back to the car, this is quite a genius thing to do. I made a short video where I was like, oh, if you ever get the idea to do... Oh, I got to take this ponytail out. Hold on. The hood... Is that the car? That is the car. It's just cold. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. Ponytail is out. My hair is chilling. Okay. Anyway, the parka. You see my face now? Usually I have it like this. I walk around like this. I got the idea that just randomly. Going through the closet trying to figure out what to wear because I knew the temperature was finna drop, and I'm not finna be out here walking my dog not protected because even he has coats. Okay. Thank God for my aunt for this jacket because we didn't have them the first winter that broke after my mom, and my aunt got it for us. Just there was a whole story there. I'm sorry, we're not gonna go into that story. Just know that I'm grateful for this jacket, and I'm glad that was something she was able to do before she passed, because I can't imagine winters and not having a coat like we had. Never mind, it's a whole story. Anyway, I take the parka or whatever you call this thing, and I wear the blanket underneath it like a scarf, and I try to like pull it right here because I can't stand the cold. I get migraines, get the jitters, all that. It's cold. I'm still seeing my breath. I don't think you can in the video, but I can over here. Let's make this thing brighter because I refuse to turn on the light. People can see me leaning, but I don't want them like looking at me. Anyway, work today. We're 3 minutes into the video. I gotta talk about work today. It was cool, actually. Let's say cool. I really like dealing carnies, and blackjack is rough out there. I'm gonna continue to practice, and I'm gonna teach people I know so that I can, because the counting is not like, for some reason it didn't come to me easy, which is fine. I don't expect everything to come to me easy, but I didn't expect to struggle like I did last week, so they didn't put me on it this week at all. And last week they had me on carnies the day after, so I've been on carnival games since that one bad day, and I've had a shadow this entire weekend. And I talked to the lady, because there was a lady there who was there, sorry, talking over my words, trying to get my story together. I broke down, basically what happened on a Saturday, because I was doing so terribly and it kept making mistakes and it just kept building up. I think I talked about it briefly. And I broke down in front of the manager, and I just wanted to go to the office and talk to the pencil who makes the schedule and say, hey, can I change games or something like that? She wasn't in there. And she was nowhere to be found. The manager was in there. And I was like, okay, it's just you. And then I broke down and I was panicking. And I was just like, I haven't even made this many mistakes in school. And like, this is not right, because I was making mistakes. I didn't think I was in the wrong. And then I realized I was in the wrong. And it's like, dang, I've been discrediting this lady who's been right this whole time. Granted, she hasn't been telling me the most polite way, but should she? If I'm making mistakes, this is her money. It's justified. Oh, shoot. So, like, all that kind of hit me at the same time, and I was having a really bad day. And so after that, they listened to me, and I let them know because I knew where I was wrong, and the guest, like, her approach wasn't correct, but she was correct in her judgment. So, you know, they talked to me and coached me for a minute. I calmed down. I went back out there. I finished the day out, and then they've been working with me with a shadow, which means that my pay won't be full pay, but I'm getting the reassurance that I need, if that makes sense. Because it's not that I don't know the games. I aced the auditions. We literally finished them. And it's funny because I've been dealing a game that wasn't my best audition because I didn't get the warm-up, and it's been my best game. Like, I made a big amount of tokes today with a shadow, but I did the biggest amount of tokes today that I've done ever since I worked there, which was really nice. So anyway, I've been having a shadow, and to get back to today, I had a shadow the whole time, the same shadow I had yesterday, which was funny. So we were just joking around, and he brought a lot of energy to the table because I don't necessarily know how to do that quite yet, be as performative, especially if I know, like, some of these people aren't just here for the game. Like, I'm a pretty face at the table, so some of them come up to try to, like, approach or whatever, and that's cool, but I got to do my job, and it's literally in our contract. We're not supposed to be, like, mixing with the guests, if that makes sense. Not somebody's bright lights. Thank you for your lights. I needed that lighting, actually, because their high beams are bright. Either that or they got LEDs, and they look like, oh, they had high beams. I was right. It just turned them off. So anyway, back to today. We were chatting a lot during the thing, and then he helped bring a lot of energy to the table, which I really appreciated. He would joke with the players, and it's like, some of it is like, okay, I don't know if joking was the right fit for that setting, but the players were like, yeah, ha 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 ha, and then he would hit a joke, and then everybody's like, oh, okay, da 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 da, and it's like, oh, I see what you're doing here, okay, because he didn't want me to be nervous, and he was kind of showing me how to, I made one mistake where I forgot to push back the ante on the hand, and I put a payout for it, and that wasn't correct. The floor was right there. We caught it, and I was able to call out the mistake. I said, I even called out that I didn't qualify, and I still didn't take your ante and push it back. I put the pay for it. And I should have known something was up because the table had been working with me that whole time, and everybody was quiet. And I was like, oh, I got this. We've been doing this. It's no issue. And it just left my mind. A few little stuff just left my mind, but nothing major enough that I felt unconfident in the game. We are nowhere near warm, so I'm going to just keep talking. So, yeah, that was today. That was really nice. Like I said, we made a lot of tokes. I learned a few things today. Yesterday, I learned a lot more, like in the first 2 hours, and then it slowed down. Today was chill. I learned a lot as far as poker. We have a player that comes in, and he was like, oh, if I'm nerding out too much, just let me know. Like, I'll stop talking. I said, no. I'm a nerd. I was a biology major. This is something outside of my nature to play. Like, I don't gamble. So I just did this just to see if I could do it. And then I got the job. And did better than I thought. Like, I applied myself. So I think I did pretty good for applying myself. So he said, oh, okay. So then he started teaching me what some terms mean, which I kind of want to study them now in passing, because I can adjust my entertainment, but when I think about it, now I have something to think about, if that makes sense. I didn't know to think about things like, I'm going to butcher this, but like an open straight or something. So like when you look at the first 3 cards on Texas Hold'em, and you're looking at your hand, and like say there's enough cards where there's a possibility for a straight, or maybe you're missing like 1 card on either side of the straight, or maybe 1 card in the middle of the straight, and then you have the other one, which again, I told you I could be butchering it. I just learned it this shift. I'm gonna pick it up over time, but he was teaching me that stuff, and that was really cool. And so each hand became educational for me, because him and the other player have been playing this game for years, so they're just there just to play the game. But he sharing it with me, that was really nice. It was really nice, really cool. When it was just him, we could see his hand. When there was the other player, you know, they're not supposed to show or talk about the cards at the table. Yeah, man, that was cool. I like learning, so that was really nice to be able to like see the game a different way. Dead air. That's a bad idea. Dang. I'm not editing this. Like, you're getting the raw CC, okay? That's what Vlogmas is about. These are phone vlogs, okay? Anyway, I keep saying that word. I'm just going to pause. If I pause, it's dead air and I can just clip it out. That's what I would do if I was editing this. I did it again. When I used to podcast, instead of saying I would just find the train of thought, clip it, put it back together. Search it. That it's seamless. And I know how to do it so it sounds like I'm storytelling. I'm going to do it real time for you. The next thing I'm going to talk about. Oh, man. The dynamic of players. Okay, so today we had a really good dynamic of players. I had regulars. It was a Sunday. It was chill. Well, nobody in here trying to learn the game, which is fine. Usually I love teaching things. We had a player they're leaving. My lighting is gone. Oh. Anyway, we had a player come that wanted to play, and then I miscalculated how much they needed to play. So they just got up and walked away. The game that I got to play this weekend is a fairly expensive game. Where was I going with this? Yes. So you'll see a lot of regulars who are just here to entertain themselves. This isn't any money that they're dependent on. This is just so that they can enjoy the game, enjoy the conversation, make some money if they want to, or just enjoy conversation and the vibes, because it's a whole vibe. Like, there's a whole different vibe in Carney than there is blackjack, than there is baccarat, than there is roulette. Like, every section has their own flow, and every person brings their own personality to the table. So I bring the chill vibe, more laid back. I haven't been quite entertaining. I've been loud. Like, I pull my ROTC voice out. But as far as some of my coworkers, they get really interactive with the players and like fist bump. I don't think I have to do all of that, unless they're particularly rowdy and then they seem like, you know, people who do that. Then we'll do that. Or they'll be like, "Can I high five you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can shake." Boom, there. You know, like, that stuff is cool. But that's not generally my table. So I get to be myself, and that's nice. And today's people were really chill. Where was I going with that? I don't even know. I just know the car is warming up. I can feel the air warming up. I'm waiting for the coolant. It looks like everything's still cold. Am I idle? Yeah, it's too cold. I'll talk for 2 more minutes, I guess. This is my post-work ramble, then. That's what we'll call it. Today was a fun shift. Oh, I'll tell you one thing I've learned about myself that we can do. I shouldn't have caffeine. So part of my mistake on that day that I realized I was making mistakes and I zoned out was I took a Celsius, which is 160 milligrams caffeine, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that was too much. We know that was too much. People who know me know I only need that when I work out. And I was using that as my pre-workout. So I could adjust to the sleep schedule, but I'm pretty adjusted now. And it's cold, so it's like you're not up earlier anymore. And the sun goes down at like 4:30. So it's dark and I'm used to it at this point. But anyway, part of my mistake that day was too much caffeine. So Red Bulls were on sale. They're only 80 milligrams. That's a cup of coffee. The day after that Saturday, I didn't have caffeine because I wanted to see if that was the problem. I still needed some sort of caffeine so that I could stay up because it slowed down really badly on that Sunday. So that 1 cup of coffee had me, and then I had it at like mid-shift, so I was just up wired for like another hour or so when I got home. It wasn't that bad. I burned it off a little bit. This week, I tried the Red Bulls because Red Bulls, especially the size that I got, it's only 80 milligrams, and that's about a cup of coffee. So what I did today, since I woke up kind of late and kind of rough, so I needed extra time to wake my body up during the day, just the day. It was like 2 o'clock and my body was still like, yo, we need a nap. And I'm like, I don't have time for a nap. I gotta finish my stream. I missed a day yesterday because my technology wanted to be a fudge butt, and then my uploading my video yesterday wanted to be a fudge butt. No, I haven't missed a day since, well, I didn't completely miss a day. I missed a day for 2 hours. But as far as like hitting the day for stream, I streamed for 30 minutes. And in those 30 minutes, I'm trying to figure out my technology. Like, I didn't get to do nothing for entertaining anybody. But whatever, we still got to stream for 30 minutes and we got the work. The point is I got the work and it was fine. So today I had better planned out my energy. I took in a leave because I realized my migraine was because the temperature is dropping. And that has nothing to do with anything. Well, I probably need to hydrate more. Most of us do. I definitely need to hydrate more, actually, now that I think about it. I haven't had a lot of water like I did a week ago. But anyway, I took in a leave. And I had not a Celsius, but I had a Red Bull. And that's just to start the day. And then I hydrated some. Got my stream done. Got my uniform taken care of. Got Kenai taken care of. He's so much more low maintenance when it's just him. And I did my self-care. Took my time, relaxed, got myself together, walked Kenai earlier than I thought I would, and got to work right on time. Like, I got here and knew I was gonna have to find parking, but it's a Sunday, so it's really not as bad. So I didn't get here with enough time to eat because I made sure to eat before I left. This time I didn't do that yesterday. I didn't talk about yesterday's shift, but it started out rough, and I realized it because I hadn't eaten since I woke up and had breakfast, because I said, I was just going to eat when I got to work. I might have had a snack in between there. And it hit me in the shift in that first hour. And I had an angry customer and all that. So I balanced myself out today. Oh, we are still talking. Yeah, I balanced myself out today. I was able to have food at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Had my energy drink at 7 for work. That I didn't actually drink until like 7:30, and then that maintained me until now. And currently it's 4:21, so I'm gonna get out of this parking lot. I've been waiting for the car to warm up. I'm not the only one still here waiting for the car to warm up, but I don't have to traverse terrain. So yeah, this is the video for today. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this now and schedule it for the daytime. Again, it's currently 4:22. Post-work saga. I actually might keep this up on a different channel. I don't know yet. Where I just talk about the shift. And then I'll start to get better with structuring what I want to say. Because there's some things I want to say that I'm not sure if I should say. Because I have to go back and read through the paperwork and see what I'm allowed to talk about. I'm approaching it the same way that I approached like working in athletics. I worked in athletics and I worked radio for the radio station that broadcasted our athletic stuff. So there's a lot that I was seeing every day working in athletics that I just didn't bring to radio, and I just didn't tell anybody. And I would just listen to them tell me what they know about versus the insider stuff. It's like, oh, wow, okay. That was interesting. I was challenged about that in the beginning. Like, I like to talk and I'm friendly and I like to share information. Nah, I can do it. And I did it. Did I work there 2 years? I think I worked in athletics for 2 years. It was 2 years. I worked in athletics for 2 years and I still have the radio job, and I still don't talk about it. I just listen to them when they talk about it. So I think I'll be fine for this job. I'm not going to stay that much longer. I keep doing this. I do that thing where you're like, hey, okay, bye, have a good day. Oh my gosh, how your mama there? Like, nah, I could talk a hole in somebody's head. We're going to go. If anybody watching this wants to see like post-work vlogmases, let me know. Personally, I'm just going to keep it in mind and probably just do these on my own and upload them to a channel and then just start that as a thing. But, you know, you guys are the people watching the entertainment, so just let me know what you want to know. If I can talk about it, I probably will talk about it. If I can't talk about it, I will probably be vague or give scenarios, like real life scenarios or something that aren't from this situation, but like something that's comparable to talk about it, if that makes sense, which I know that made sense. So thank you for listening to my post-work ramble. I'm going to go ahead and upload this now so I don't even second guess myself when it comes to thinking about a video for today. It is currently Monday. This is your video for Monday. Just know, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we've got content planned on Twitch. Okay. That's all. Peace out, guys.